So to start off, let's take a few moments to check in with our posture and how we're presenting ourselves and arriving at this present moment. I would suggest to sit down on a cushion where your sit bones are a little higher than your knees, and I recommend assuming a position where your back can be upright and straight and your shoulders pulled back, just to maintain a sense of attention and alertness throughout this practice. But if you are unable to do so or are not feeling like it, then you can sit or stand or lie down however you'd like. And let's first settle into this present moment by taking a couple of deep breaths, breathing in and breathing out. Noticing each inhalation, noticing the movements of the breath, noticing the pause between each breath, and noticing the air flow out of our nostrils. And now that we've settled into this present moment, we can just check in with ourselves first, with our mental state, with the state of our body, asking ourselves how we feel right now. Maybe we could first check in with the body, doing a quick scan and seeing if there's any discomfort or any sensations that are calling out to us. And however this sensation may present ourselves to us, I invite you to just welcome these sensations, these feelings. Accept them as they are, but if it's too painful, then please feel free to readjust your position. And if there's any particular discomfort or sensation that we're feeling right now, then we can try not to get too caught up on the narrative behind these sensations. Let's just welcome these feelings, accept them as they are, and continue scanning the rest of our bodies. And once that's done, we can shift our attention to our minds, our emotional state. And we can try to observe any stressors, feelings of distress, feelings of discomfort. Whatever is going on in our lives right now that we might be struggling with or we're trying to come to terms with. If these feelings are not too intense for you, if you're able to take a step into these feelings and really try to be with these feelings for a few moments, then I invite you to do so. But if these emotions, these stressors are feeling too intense for you right now, then I invite you to just take a few moments to try to think of something that you could be trying to work towards accepting and that is less intense for you at this present moment. And if you need some time to think about whatever that is, then you can pause the video and continue on when you found something. Then I invite you to really experience that emotion. Maybe you can replay that memory of something that happened in the past and try to observe and take note of all the emotions, all the sensations that you feel in your mind and your body. Asking yourself the question, Where do I feel a sense of discomfort or a sense of pain? And like we did with our bodies, we can try not to get too caught up in the narrative behind these feelings. Once these feelings are felt in our body, in this present moment, in our minds, then I invite you to just try to sit with it, experience all of these sensations, all of the aspects of this feeling or this distress, and try to really sit with them as much as you can. It may be useful to ask ourselves, what feeling is this? What particular types of sensations do I feel in my body? What emotions am I feeling in my mind? And as we're observing these emotions and these feelings, I invite you to try to adopt the sense of welcoming acceptance towards this experience. Just like everything we've experienced in the past in our lives, whether they be positive, filled with joy, or negative, filled with sorrow or anger, we can recognize that all of the emotions have come to pass. And just as our past emotions have come and gone, these difficult emotions that we're feeling now will also come to pass. So instead of trying to fight these emotions, instead of trying to reject them and shun them away, this is our opportunity to really get to know these emotions, really learn to live with them without the need to be aversive towards them. And as we're paying attention to the sensations and emotions that we're going through right now, we can also remember to remind ourselves to breathe, to center ourselves in this present moment, to provide an anchor of welcoming acceptance towards our experience. As we're feeling and experiencing this distress or this pain, just remember to breathe. Breathe in. Continue to notice the emotions and the feelings you're going through. Breathe out, continuing to notice how these emotions manifest in our body. Hopefully through this practice of just observing and accepting the sensations and emotions of this experience, we can learn to adopt the mentality where we don't have to try to push these emotions away. Where we can adopt an attitude of equanimity which allows us to accept whatever is going on. Hopefully, through this practice, we can start to recognize that these emotions that we were averse to, that we wanted to be rid of initially, that actually through observation and through acceptance, that it doesn't actually feel so bad to have these emotions. And finally, now I invite you to take stock of what we're experiencing as a whole at this present moment in time. How do we feel in general right now? And was it different from how we felt before we started this practice a few minutes ago? And if you do feel maybe a little lighter than you did before, if you feel like you're more ready to accept whatever is going on in your life right now, then please know that this practice will always be there for you. All you need is the willingness to just take a few moments from your day to observe whatever is going on without any judgment, without trying to push it away. And then now we can slowly start to take notice of our external surroundings, take notice of what we're sitting on or lying down on, take notice of the air around us, the sounds that we hear, and recognize the present moment that we're currently in. And with that, we can come back to whatever it was we were doing in this moment. And when you're ready, you can let your eyes open again.